Welcome back to Bike Beat, folks. This is the one I've been itching to get my hands on ever since Honda teased it, the brand new 2026 Honda XL750R, also known to some of you as the latest Transalp. This isn't just another mid-weight adventure bike. It's Honda stepping into the ring with a machine that's equal parts city commuter, highway mile eater, and off-road explorer. And let me tell you, it's got more personality than you might expect from a Honda. We're going to ride it, talk about the power, the feel, the features, the tech, and yes, the price, so by the end of this you'll know whether this is your next adventure companion or just another almost but not quite in the segment. First impressions? The stance is spot on. Honda has clearly borrowed some inspiration from the Africa Twin, but the XL750R comes in with a sleeker, rally-ready fairing that's more compact yet still offers solid wind protection. The front end features full LED lighting with a sharp, modern profile that manages to look rugged without being overstyled. Wire spoke wheels, 21 inches up front, 18 in the rear, scream true adventure intent, not just a road bike dressed up for Instagram. The model I've got here is the standard colorway, but there's also a limited edition Faro livery floating around, gold spoked wheels, retro red and white paint, and only about 300 units worldwide. It's a bit of a collector's nod to Honda's Dakar heritage, and if you can get your hands on one, expect the price to climb just for the exclusivity. The bodywork is slim where it counts, especially around the seat and tank, giving you that narrow feel between your knees whether you're standing up off-road or just paddling around in traffic. The tank itself holds about 16.9 liters, which, paired with this engine's fuel efficiency, means real-world touring range without stopping every couple of hours. Speaking of the engine, here's where Honda really nailed it. It's a 755 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin with their Unicam head design and a 270-degree crank, which means it's got that sweet, torquey pulse that makes it feel a lot more alive than the numbers might suggest. Depending on the market, you're looking at roughly 91 horsepower in the European tune, and about 83 in the US version, all peaking around 8,500 RPM. Torque is plentiful down low and stays friendly through the mid-range, so whether you're rolling through slow technical terrain or overtaking on the freeway, it's always there without making you hunt for it. The throttle response is crisp without being twitchy, and the optional quickshifter adds a layer of fun for anyone who likes clutch-free upshifts and smooth downshifts thanks to the slipper assist clutch. On the suspension side, we've got a 43mm Showa SFFCA upside-down fork with 7.9 inches of travel up front, and Honda's ProLink setup at the back, delivering a balanced mix of comfort and control. At around 210 kilos wet, it's not ultra-light, but it's noticeably more manageable than some of the bigger adventure bikes in this class. You can pick your way through a rutted trail without feeling like the bike's about to wrestle you into the dirt, yet it's still planted and stable on high-speed sweepers. The tech package here is modern but not overwhelming. Front and center you've got a 5-inch full-color TFT display with Honda's RoadSync smartphone integration, so you can navigate, control music, and take calls without fumbling for your phone. The interface is intuitive, and the screen stays readable even in harsh sunlight. You've got 5 riding modes to choose from: Sport, Standard, Rain, Gravel, and a customizable user mode where you can fine-tune the throttle map, traction control, and ABS to your liking. And yes, off-road ABS can be turned off for the rear wheel, which is exactly what you want when things get loose. Safety and convenience touches include self-canceling indicators, Honda's emergency stop signal that flashes the hazards under hard braking, a USB-C charging port, and their HISS security system. On the road, this thing feels comfortable right out of the gate. The windscreen is tall enough to cut the blast at highway speeds, but not so big that it gets in your line of sight when you're standing up on the pegs. At 124 miles per hour top speed, it's got more than enough legs for anything you'll legally or semi-legally do on the highway. Fuel consumption hovers around 4.3 liters per 100 kilometers if you're not wringing its neck, so long hauls won't hurt your wallet. The seat is broad enough for comfort but still tapers for control, and the riding triangle works well for both seated and standing positions. Off the pavement, the XL750R proves it's not just a poser. That front 21-inch wheel, combined with the long travel suspension, soaks up rocks, roots, and washboard roads without deflecting you off your line. Standing up, the bars are at a good height, the tank's narrow waist lets you grip with your knees, and the smooth low-end torque helps you crawl over tricky bits without clutch abuse. The traction control in gravel mode is subtle enough that it keeps you moving without cutting the power too abruptly, but if you want full control, you can dial it way back or switch it off in user mode. Braking is handled by dual discs up front with radial mount calipers, and a single rear disc, both with ABS that's tuned to be non-intrusive on the street and adjustable for dirt. The feedback is predictable and strong without feeling grabby, which is exactly what you want when you're riding in mixed conditions. Now, let's talk numbers. In the US, Honda is slotting the 2026 XL750R in at around $9,999 for the base model. That's right in the sweet spot for a midweight adventure bike with this level of kit and performance. In other markets, the price varies. You might see it closer to $8,400 in some regions, or just over $10,000 depending on taxes, but for what you're getting, it's competitive. The Pharaoh Edition? If you find one, expect to pay a premium and then guard it like it's made of gold, because in a few years it might as well be. So, who is this bike for? Honestly, it's a sweet spot for riders who want genuine adventure capability without the bulk and intimidation of a 1000+ cc giant. Commuters who want something comfortable and efficient Monday through Friday will be happy, but come Saturday, they can hit the trails or head out for a multi-day trip without worrying about whether the bike can keep up. Newer riders looking to step up from a smaller dual sport will find it manageable, and experienced riders will appreciate the balanced blend of power, tech, and Honda's trademark reliability. After spending time with it on both tarmac and dirt, I can say this. The 2026 Honda XL750R feels like a bike that was built by people who actually ride. It's got the little details right, from the switchgear feel to the way the mirrors stay clear at speed, from the comfortable seat foam density to the ease of switching modes on the fly. It's not trying to be the flashiest thing in the segment, and that's kind of the point. It's understated, capable, and ready to go anywhere. If you want a bike that can get you to work, take you across the state, handle a weekend of trail riding, and do it all without breaking a sweat, this might just be the one. And with that price point, it's not out of reach for riders who want one bike to do it all. That's the 2026 Honda XL750R, dependable, versatile, and just a little bit wild when you want it to be. Drop your thoughts down below. Are you going for the standard model or hunting for the Pharaoh? And if you're new here, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next ride. Camera fades to a slow mo shot of the XL750R kicking up a rooster tail of gravel before disappearing into the horizon.